Very good evening, Pute. So we shall start the revision paper discussion now. Y'all can see the screen here. We do have, this is actually a past paper, which was made with a set of questions. Some were made, some were from government papers, some were from school papers, all that. Okay, right. So we do have the MCQs and we do have essay questions as well. So first of all, we shall go to MCQs, shall we? MCQs करना है हाँ right. First one, the person who maintains. Before going to questions, let me tell you this. Now, since this is a revision, like rather than going just for the answers, we will try, like balancing time, we will try to reach to the respective theory point as well, so that you can understand what exact part that you have to study. නේද? ඒකට අදාළ theory එකක් තියෙනවානේ. ඒකත් මම පුතාලට තියෙන උපරිම පෙන්නගෙන යන්නම් with time. So එතකොට දන්නවා පුතාලා නේද? කොහොමද මොන question එකද attempt කරන්න ඕනේ? එතකොට මොන unit එකද බලලා තියාගන්න ඕනේ? That you all know. All right, so the first question is straight away from the first unit. It says, in first unit, we have talked about the users of computer. Other than having day-to-day life or other than getting day-to-day people as users, there are enough situations that we have professions. We do have jobs related to IT. So this is about such. So the question is, here on the book, we have learned about programmer, network admin, system analyst, software engineer, CS, CAA, computer application assistant, and web developer. Remember, Pute, this is not just the set of professions. Other than this, there are loads of professions that are shared. All right. So this says, the question says, the person who maintains the system and finding and repairing the errors. The person who's maintaining the system, repairing errors. Now here also, we do have a closer task. Okay? Only a closer task is there. The direct answer is not there. Here they ask about a system. When you say a system, system is not just the hardware part, it is the software part as well. All right. So out of this, you can say computer application assistant. That is a job role that you can directly remove. Now we have to go for elimination because the direct answer is not there. In neither places, they have told the direct answer. Textbook එකේ කොහෙවත් හරිම answer එක නැහැ. එතකොට අපිට මෙතෙන්දි වෙනවා පුතේ ගැලපෙන answers ටික බල eliminate කරලා ගන්න. Okay? ඒ නිසා අපි මුලින් බලමු කවුද ගැලපෙන්නෙම නැති අය කියලා. Who are not compatible at all. The very first thing is computer application assistant. Pute CAA is that just to do like preliminary tasks with the computer. It's like preliminary tasks means making some letters, sending emails, sending messages, all that. Okay, so that person will not have that enormous technical knowledge to maintain a computer system. And hardware technician, when you say a system, it's not just hardware and neither. Repairing errors in software is also there, which means hardware technician also we can remove. Then we come to system analyst. Pute, we need a system analyst when we are starting off or when we are kick-starting a software. Starting level basically to analyze or to study the requirements. For all that, we need a system analyst. Then what is remaining? That is software engineer. Yes, software engineers are there to make systems, they are to make software. When they make software, even there's a problem in the software, what they will do is they will identify that and correct it. So the role of a software engineer will last throughout the whole life of the software. Software එකක් system එකක් තියෙන මුළු life එක පුරාවටම software engineer ගේ role එක ඕන වෙනවා. Okay? ඒ නිසා තමයි අපිට මේකේ answer එක විදිහට the person who maintains the system and finding, repairing the errors වලට software engineer ගේ answer is that. Okay? Right. Next is easy. What is brain of the computer? Of course, the CPU that you all know. Why? All processes are happening inside CPU. Which device would be both input and output? That's also simple. Touch screen, because microphone is only input, monitor is only output, touchpad is only input. We do have only touch screen, which is inputting with the touch and outputting with the screen. Okay, right. Now about the speed. Speed of the processor is measured in hertz. Look, what is gigahertz? I'm not too sure whether the textbook had those speed cases, but if I just write it over here, we say 1000 hertz is equal to 1 kilohertz. 1 kilohertz is equal to 1 megahertz. 1 megahertz is, sorry, 1000 kilohertz. 1000 megahertz is equal to 1 gigahertz. 1000 gigahertz okay. So as with this, they're asking 1 gigahertz is always equal to 1000 megahertz. If any of you all don't have this rubric, it down. Fifth one. Which of the following Fifth one. Which of the following is not a licensed operating system? Today, of course, you know iOS is licensed with Apple for Mac devices. Windows is licensed with other parties. Now you might float between Linux and DOS. There's a direct answer, but remember, before Windows come, DOS was the licensed operating system for this Windows-based software computers. The computers which are having Windows right now were running on DOS before this GUI come. So DOS is also a licensed program operating system. Even now it is licensed, but we get it for free. The reason is it is have a GNU license, a general purpose license, which is open for anyone to use. Got it? So remember, DOS is not a not licensed operating system. It is still licensed, but the license is GNU. That's why you get it for free and inbuilt in any computer. All right. So the free one, the non-licensed, not really free, the non-licensed one, which is not bound to any company, but a community is working on, is that is it. Okay. Right. 6. Which of the following device cannot be connected through USB port IOEC? Webcam, external hard disk, mouse, all would be connected through USB. The router is through RJ45. Next. Which of the following cannot be considered as a technical specification of a computer? Now technical specifications, we get all hardware specifications, software specifications, including operating systems and CPU, processor, RAM, all that. But the non-technical ones are price, price, warranty, then brand name, all that are non-technical. So here we do have the monitor size, processor speed, hard disk capacity, all that. Those are technical specifications. Price would be the non-technical specification. Right, this one. What's this item? Save is the floppy disk. Copy is the one with the 2 pages. Open is the folder. So this is obviously print preview. Now, even you can see here, there's a similar icon that is find. Remember, the magnifying glass alone is find, but magnifying glass with the page would be print preview. I'm not too sure whether they will show that up here. Right, एक print preview. Which of the following symbols is not used to write a formula? Addition, multiplication. Who's that? That is like it shows that it is representing multiplication, but that of course is x, because in mathematics for computing we do not have such. So it would be the slash is there for division. Next, which of the devices does not have a microcontroller embedded? Does not have a microcontroller embedded. Oh. Of course, solar lamp is having microcontrollers. That's the reason why it is taking sensors, giving giving outputs, doing storage, all that. So they have. This question is something that I can direct to the textbook. See, that is from this microcontroller lesson. Use of microcontrollers. There are a couple of devices which are used in microcontrollers: solar lamp, washing machine, microwave oven. Now, why do you say so? Microcontrollers are there in devices which are not really computers. That means by default, they're not computers. හරි by default නැත්නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ general version එකේදී එයාලා computers නෙමෙයි. හරි ඒ වෙනුවට එයාලා වෙන මොනවා හරි වැඩ කරන devices. Now solar lamp is giving light. Washing machine is washing clothes. ඒ වගේ වෙන වෙන මොනවා හරි වැඩ තමයි එයාලා කරන්නේ. But now they are having some not really robotics, but some programming, some computing functionalities through the microcontroller. Those are the devices they show here. Simply පුතේ textbook එකේ තියෙන තුනම තියෙන නිසා ඔයාලට නම් මේකේ මම discuss ඕනෙම නෑ. answer එකේ ඒක කියලා mark කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ textbook එකේ තියෙන තුනයි වෙන එකකුයි තියෙන නිසා. But why I have to explain it is in normal, I mean, in all the exams, we can't expect that you get all three from the textbook and one out of the textbook. කියලා අපිට ගන්න බෑ. නේද? එහෙම වෙන්න බෑනේ නේ. Right? ඒ නිසා පුතේ අපිට වෙනව දැනගන්න එකේ base එක. So always what you can think of is whether that device is doing something else. By default, it's doing a different task, and now it is given some computing functionalities. Am I clear? So why not ATM? Pute ATM is a computer. That's the reason. ATM is a computer which is a smart device. So that's the reason why we do not take ATM under microcontroller based or embedded devices. Am I clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So the device is ATM over here, but without microwave oven, you might have some other devices. You will have control embedded. We will say you have air conditioners, that is microcontroller embedded. Isn't it? So they also come under answers. All right. So we have done 10 questions. We are coming to the 11th. Hmm. 11. What is it? That's something controversial. Oh no, Ejati Prashnak first time, something not non-technical. What do you say? Answer kakti not.
Miss, is there a correct answer for this?
Yes? They ask, what is not a social issue? ඇහෙන්නේ නැද්ද බබාලව? කියන්නකෝ
Miss,
පුතේ.
we couldn't hear you telling the answer for the earlier question.
Which one?
Are the father of the internet?
පුතේ, I'm still on 11.
Okay, Miss.
Okay? Now on 11th, it goes up. Right. This is about the social problems, which we have spoken at last. Again, why I tell this question is little controversial is, this is also not directly in the book. Okay, that's also not there directly in the book. What they ask is about, which is not a social issue. Social issue එකක් වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ මොකක්ද කියලා අහන්නේ පුතේ. If you take digital divide, that is of course a social issue. Why? Digital divide itself is dividing the world into two as what? The people having technical advantages or technical facilities, and as the people who do not have that. So the world is divided into two. Okay, that is a social issue. And of course, computer related jobs. When you say computer related jobs, yes, getting jobs is better. At the same time, some will lose jobs. For an example, when the drone comes, those days, I mean, before this drone technology comes, we need to have a, what do you call, lightweight flight, and we need the other one, a pilot and a photographer. We need three things. But what happens now? Now, simply one drone does all the things. We do not need anything else. That is how the jobs are given, at the same time jobs are withdrawn. Understood? Hmm? And now about teaching, we would say, now there are things, there was a time that almost all the things should be taught in a classroom, isn't it? Now, when we were learning, we expected almost all the things to be taught in the classroom, and we did not have any other option for that. But now, in class, yes, we can learn the core, but in addition to that, there are many that can be learned out of the class, right? Which will make the life of a teacher easy. It's like that, okay? So that's also a social issue. An over usage of social media, of course, you know, even your parents might tell you, don't go to YouTube that much, don't play games that much. So there are social issues, but electronic wastage is an environmental issue. The reason is, when you dispose things to environment, that will definitely ruin it. Okay. Question number 12. Which is considered as a traffic port? But there's no port called WAG. RJ45 is for network. USB is for anything that is universal port. HDMI, high definition multimedia interface, is the port for graphics. Father of internet is called Tim Berners-Lee. He's the person who has defined, he's actually father of World Wide Web කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. But some says it's father of internet as well. But he's the person who has developed the concept of World Wide Web. Next. Which of the following is an example for web browser? Simple questions. Google is a search engine that we can access anywhere here on any browser. So it is a search engine. Safari is, yes, that is the browser which is there on Mac. Bing is also a search engine because Edge is the browser. Ask is also a search engine. What's Bing? This is Bing. What is open here is Bing. Bing search kitten. Like this was initiated for images, but now it's with AI, which is like simply awesome. So the answer is Safari. This is on Mac. Updated version of Internet Explorer. That is where we are here now. That is Microsoft Edge. A network. This is obviously not Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi. හැබැයි put symbol එකක් තියෙනවා Wi-Fi එකේ. Why? Wi-Fi is also a radio wave. Main radio waves are transmitted from a transmitter. කුළුණකින් තමයි main දේවල් ටික main signals ටික ඔක්කොම transmit වෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා තමයි tower and the circular signals. But Wi-Fi, since it's almost wireless, it doesn't have this tower sign. Okay. Right. X එක from in may set of may question set එක අපේ අන්තිම unit එකට කලින් unit එක internet unit එකේ. ඒක අපි ওই දේවල් ටිකක් detail නේ සෑහෙන වෙලා අරගෙන අපි කතා කළා මේවයි මේ expansion of NIC, that is network interface card. That is the most essential component when we connect our computers to internet or any other network. Then internet උනාට ඉස්සර ඕනම network එකකට. Now network interface card is usually by default there's no separate card. Instead the circuit on the card is inbuilt. But now if you want a separate or additional network port, then obviously you have to go for a network interface card. 18. Which of the following block tab includes the command blocks pertaining to communicate among sprites? To communicate among sprites. උතේ sprites වල look එක define කරන එක තමයි looks. Motion එක move කරනවා. Do we have something called data? මතකයිද scratch? Okay, so now motion, that is to move, looks Looks is also having some places because you can change colors, all that. Data ke liye ekak naha puthe. And one answer was control. Balamu control එක හරියයිද කියලා. It asks to repeat some functions, do something favor. It's more about the tasks. දැන් අපි බලමු මොකද්ද match වෙන්නේ කියලා. Command blocks pertaining to communicate among the sprites. Yes, the most suitable would be control, because when you have a sprite, it's not just dealing with the look or not just dealing with the motion. Instead, it is defining how the values should be changed, how long does it have to run, so they are communicating among themselves. That is control. The two last questions. Select the incorrect about Scratch. It can be downloaded from internet free of charge. Of course, yes. Instructions can be connected to each other in order to develop a program. Yes. Ek instructions in එක්කෙනාට connect කරන්න පුළුවන්. Sequence decides the flow direction according to decision. No way. Pute, there were three control structures. Neither. One was the sequence, other one was selection, other one was repetition. Sequence line by line අරගෙන ගියා. Selection decisions gatta. So sequence is not the one which is making decisions. So that this is the answer. Kokatat fourth එක බලමු. Variables are used to store a value in a program. Of course, yes. Main variables, that is what is used to store values. All right. The last question, which is not available in what is the, which is not a comparison block. Right? Now we simply know greater than, less than, equal, all that are comparison blocks. But what about not? Not just not, and or, all that are logical blocks. I mean, now don't mix it up. මේකෙදි අපි මේ කියන්නේ block එක නෑ කියලා නෙමෙයි, block එක තියෙනවා. ඒ තියෙන block එක comparison එකක් නෙමෙයි කියලා තමයි අපි මේ කියන්නේ. Right? May and or not කියන ඔක්තුන් දෙනාම comparison නෙමෙයි, logical. Okay? Right. එහෙනම් answer එක D. All right. So we spoke about the three, what do you call, not 320 MCQs. Now we are moving to the essay questions. Can I give you a few minutes to complete few questions? මූල ටික පොඩ්ඩක් කරමුද? මට හිතනවා පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා. Shall we write answers to question number 1, 2, and 3? Simple. 3 by 3, 3, 3, 3 ලියන්න තියෙන. ගොඩක් lazy. ලියන්න බලන්න. Take 5 minutes and write. ඒක lazy. Finish pute.
Yes, teacher.
Hmm. Right. The first question was asking, what are the 3 technologies of monitor? Pute. I have just copied and pasted as it's time saving for me. The 3 answers are CRT. CRT is the first, then LCD, then LED. Those are the 3 answers. CRT, LCD, and LED. Remember, this is a common question. Especially boys do this. කම්මැලි නියල ලියන්න නේද? ඔයාලා මේක කරනවා පුතේ. Y'all write only the short term and key. නිකම්ම CRT විතරක් තියලා ලියනවා. Okay? No, make sure you write the full thing. Full එක ලිව්වේ නැත්තම් පුතේ. They can cut your marks. Why? How can I know that you know the exact lengthy term of CRT? Cathode ray tube නැතුව පුතාලා වෙන මොකක් හරි හිතාගෙන ලිව්වොත් නේද? එතකොට අපි හරියටම දන්නේ නැහැනේ පුතා ඒක දන්නවද කියලා. ඒ නිසා they can cut marks. So don't do that. Okay? If you have not written it right, correct. And for personal computers, you can have desktop computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone, even smartwatch would be okay. Any of these we can take under personal computers, but don't take these heavy server type computers. No, they're not personal. Right. Next, answers. බලමු. අපි මේක ලේසි පුතේ ඔයාලට මේ වැඩේ කරන්නත් ලේසි. values ටික substitute කරලා statement එක ලියාගත්තා නම්. It's not compulsory, they just ask the correct answers. But if I was the candidate, if I was the student, I will first write the substituted statement so that in case if I make a mistake in the calculation, they won't be like, they won't consider it much. They can give half a mark. You can see for 4, you get 2 marks each. ලකුණු දෙක දෙක හම්බ වෙනවා පේනවා නේද? එතකොට ඒ ලකුණු දෙකෙන් එකක් හරි දෙන්න පුළුවන් නේද? එකක් හරි දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරියට values ටික දාලා තිබ්බොත්. So that's what I do usually. You also can do that. That's a good practice. H1 is 9, divided by H2 is 3, multiply by I1 is 2. So the answer would be that equal is the formula equal. Answer is 9 divided by 3, 3 into 2, 6. Next. G1 plus, that's 12 plus H3 over H3, that is 5 divided by 5. Anyways, that is 1 නිපුතේ. සමහර ඕක කෙලින්ම 12 කියලා ලියනවා. Is that 12 plus 1, 5 to 5 කැපුණම 1යි. The answer is 13. ගොඩක් අය මේක කලබලයට R 5 to 5 කැපෙනවනේ කියලා 12ම ලියනවා. නෑනේ කැපුණම එකක් තියෙනවා. Next. G1 into I1 minus H3. G1 12 into I1 2 minus H3 is 5. 24 minus 5. Here the කීයද පුතේ? 19. Next, H2 3 plus G3 6 minus I1 2 into H3 5. Be really careful. Go to BODMAS. 2 into 5, 10. 3 plus 6, 9. Minus 10 is minus 1. This is simple mathematics. 2 tikali ganangu. Next. What do you mean by digital divide? Now I've given a very clear, the one in the textbook is also okay, but here I have given a very good explanation about digital divide. That's sort of a definition. It's an unequal access to digital technology, right? Remember, the part that must be there is unequal access to digital technology, including a devices, software, ඒටකනන් චුට්ටක් අමතක වුණා කමකුත් නැහැ. හරි? Unequal access to digital technology කියන එක තමයි mainly තියෙන්නේ. Okay? And the digital divide creates a division and inequality across access to information and resources. So because of that, it creates a division within the society. ඒක නිසා තමයි society එකේ වෙනසක් يعني බෙදීමක් ඇති වෙන්නේ කියන එක තමයි ඔය කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Got it? තේරුණාද? Write the difference between algorithm and flowchart. Okay. It's so simple. Algorithm is the stepwise process to solve a problem, while flowchart is a mode or a way to represent is the graphical mode to represent an algorithm. Algorithm එකක් කියන්නේ පුතේ මේක ලියා ගන්න. මේ comparison එක අපි ලියලා නැතු නෑ මීට කලින් comparison එකක් විදියට. Algorithm is the stepwise steps. ඒකේ තියෙන්නේ 1 2 3 කියලා steps ටික විතරයි. It doesn't have what the mode is. හැබැයි algorithm එක අරගෙන ඒක graphically පෙන්නන එක තමයි flowchart කියන්නේ, which means algorithm is like the parent of flowchart නේ. flowchart උඩින් ඉන්න එකකින් එතකොට යා නිකන් parent වගේ. කොහෙද? ඒක ලියන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි යමු scratch එකට. Finish. Done. හරි අපි යන් scratch එකට පුතේ. This is an array. Scratch එකක් තියෙනවා. Scratch array එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. In scratch, how is array represented? Array එක represent වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? List එකක් විදියට. So this is what we can say. මේක නම් හරිම direct question එක. They are asking what's the name of the array? Name of the array උඩ තියෙනවා. Name of the array is name. That was purposely done. පාටලවන්නම තමයි ඒකෙදිම දීලා තියෙන්නේ. Name of the array name. ළමයිගේ නම් ටිකක් නේ තියෙන්නේ නේද? Number of elements means the length. That is the length. Name. So number of elements would be 5. Elements of the array are, you just have to repeat the names over here. Kamala, Kamal කියලා ලියන්න එපා. මංකලාවද. Mala, Vimal, Ravi, Ranj. Okay? So this is scratch. Right. Next. මේ ටික කියමු හරියට. ඔයාලට කියන්න පුළුවන් නම් තවත් හොඳයි. මොනවාද? මේකට twisted pair කියලා ලියන්න එපා. This is RJ45. They have clearly asked to write the lengthy terms as well. RJ45 එකට නෑ මම ගන්න අනිත් ඒවට. This is RJ45. මේක කවුද? Hub the switch දෙකටම දුන්නා. Router ට දුන්නේ නෑ. මොකද router එකේ මෙච්චර ports නෑ. But this is a hub. මේක hub එකක්. This is a network interface card. You can write NIC, but network interface. Who's this? This is a Wi-Fi router, or you better say wireless router. Kamak ne. Nam dekam okay. Wi-Fi diyaddi Y ekata dash ekata. Make out. This is DVI. This is a DVI jack. Port the jack the kiyala ඕනෙම නැහැ. DVI කියලෙවම ඇති. Digital video interface. ඒ මතකේ හරිනම් that is DVI. Sorry, digital visual interface. Same meaning, but the term is different. digital visual interface. Next, any simple RAM, but say random access memory. This is the always talked about who? HDMI, sorry, that is high definition multimedia interface. Who's this? අඳුරගන්න පුළුවන් වුණාද කවුද කියලා? This is the graphic card, or you might say VGA card. හරි? VGA card කියලා ලිව්වොත් දිගටම ඕනේ. Video graphics array card, or some might say only the graphic card. Graphic card කියන්නේ අර පොඩි slang term එකක්. ඒ නිසා ඒක හරිම වචන විදියට ලියන්න එපා. හරිම එක VGA card, video graphics array.
Miss,
Are they written? Yes.
is it video graphics array or adapter?
You call both. Adapter is also right. Both are used. Good,
Okay.
good one. The ones who have not written, yes, please write all the terms.
Miss, can you please show me the fourth and the fifth questions for a minute? Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll go for question number 8. Again, they're asking the expansions. www is for World Wide Web, the well-known World Wide Web. ISP means the Internet Service Provider. That is the person now in Sri Lanka. Telecommunication company itself is the ISP, නේද? Internet දෙන provider. CLI, command line interface, just like DOS. Okay. 9th is name the concept of disposal of e-waste without any threats. That is 3R method or 3R technique, anything fine. That is 3R නේ අර්ථයක් තියෙනවා. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Righto. 10th one. Ports of a sound card. අපේ sound card එකේ ports ටික මතකයි නේද? තිබ්බ colors ටික. අන්න ඒ ටික ඔය අහන්නේ. green එකට කාවද connect කළේ මතකයිද? මම මේ අහන්නේ sound ports ටික ගැන. In textbook that is මේ තියෙන. මම රූප පෙන්නන්නාව මේක ලියලම තියෙනවා. Okay. Now here see the green, pink and blue are there. Green is always for video out. That means the speakers, headphones, all that. Audio out. Line out. Then pink is always from the mic. That is audio in. And finally, blue is for lining. Like the external devices. Now they ask write an appropriate activity or connecting devices. So green is output. So that is audio out, speakers, headphones, headsets. Pink is for microphone. Blue is for that you can say audio in even. Blue is for lining. Right? ලියන්නේව තියනවාද ඒකේ? Okay, right. 11. Another typical comparison ප්‍රශ්නේ. Right. දැකලා තියෙනවනේ ප්‍රශ්නේ. Name of the manufacturer of processor of computer A. That is Intel. Which computer has main memory with higher capacity? Computer A 4 GB, computer B 2 GB. So that is computer A. Which computer has a hard disk with lesser storage capacity? Computer A 1 TB, computer B 500 GB. So that is computer B. Which computer may have higher cost? You definitely have to have reasons. Then බැලුවම තේරෙනව නේද? processor of course the same. i3 එකයි core 2.0 AMD එක almost the same. 4 GB 2 GB, of course 4 GB is more. Hard disk එක 1 TB 500 GB 1 TB වැඩි, obvious. Windows 10 Ubuntu, Windows 10 ගෙවලා ගන්න ඕනේ, Ubuntu free තියෙනවා. එතකොට 8 computer එකේ ගාන වැඩි. Monitor 19 CRT නේ computer B එකේ තියෙන්නේ. So that is simply legacy. හැබැයි අලුත්ම ඒවා තමයි LED 17 inch කියන්නේ, එකත් ගාන වැඩි. So considering all the facts, computer A is with the higher cost. How to write the reasons? Reasons ලියන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. Higher තියෙන වචන වලින්ම ලියන්න හොඳේ. RAM capacity. Higher RAM capacity. Or higher main memory capacity. RAM කියලා නෑනේ. අපි ඒ තියෙන words වලින්ම ලියමු. Higher hard disk capacity. Proprietary operating system OS. තව එකක් මේ පැත්තෙන් ලියන්නම්. Latest monitor technology. මේවා තමයි reasons for having a higher price. ඒක ලියා ගන්න පුතේ. මම හිතනවා ඔයාලා reasons ටික හරියටම ලියලා නැහැ කියලා. ඒ අතර කියනවා non technical specification එක, that is the period of warranty. ඒක නිකම්ම ඩෝම් ගාලා warranty කියලා ලියන්න එපා. Period of warranty. Reasons ටික හරියටම ලියන්න. If it's something higher, greater, say that it's higher. If that is with latest or modern technologies, say that it is latest. And if it's about free, like freely available and not that, mention that right. හැම එකටම එකම වචන ටික දාලා ලියන්න එපා. Be technically same. Finished. All right, Pute. Shall we come to the Excel question? Lazy Excel question එකක් තියෙන්නේ. මොකක්ද? Term test marks are related to your. ඔයාලටත් ඔහොම නේද term හැම term එකක්ම ඉවර වෙද්දී ඕගලන්ටත් හම්බ වෙනවා පුතේ term test marks, but you might have seen, might have not seen. දැන් මම ඉස්කෝලේ යන දවස්වල මම මේක දැකලා තියෙනවා in a, my god, that's a huge paper. ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ මේ class teacher පන්ති 40ක් විතර ඉන්නවනේ. ඒ 40ෙම නම් ටික ලියලා ඒ අර මොනවද ඒ දවස්වල කියන අපි කියන්නේ full scap නේ. full scap දෙකක් අලවලා 40ෙම නම් ටික ලියලා term third term එකේදී වැඩේ සෑහෙන්න බරපතලයි. හැම term එකේම marks ටික දාලා average හදලා ඒ subject 12කට column 36ක් විතර ගන්න ඕනේ. කොහොම ලොකු paper එකක් හදනවා. Now instead of that, now we have the automated solution, but බලමු දැන් ඒකේ total එක average එක highest marks පුතේ highest එකේ e අකුරක් වැදිලා තියෙනවා. ඒක spelling එක වැරදි. HEI නෙමෙයි HI. Lowest mark, total number of students and number of present students. බලමු ගන්න විදිහ. J3 to get the total of Peter. Peter ගේ total එක ඉන්නවලු J3 ගේ මේ ඉන්නේ. කොහොමද ගන්නෙ? function එකක් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. equal sum E3 to I3. E3 to I3. E3 to 2 again colon E3 colon I3. Okay. Then ask for average marks of John, that is at K. John in K වලට John ඉන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහි. මේ 6 එකේනේ. එතකොට K6 ට තමයි ඕනේ. එතකොට average දාන්න වෙනවා E6 ඉඳලා I6 වෙනකම්. තාවද දාන්නේ average. Then the highest marks for maths E3 to E12. E3 to E12. Why E3 to E12? It starts off, it starts off here, which is E3. It was say methane. E10 neither. E3 to E10. Okay. Equals max E3 to E10. Make up with them a
Should we
function
write
sticker.
the functions in capital letters?
That's what I was to say. When we get it in the computer, we get it in capital. So better you write in capital as well. But even if you write in simple, they like we want cut marks. Even in schools, they want cut marks. Then they ask for the minimum mark for English. English would be in G3 to G10.
Teacher,
Yes, Pute.
in the third one, it's E3 to E12, right?
E12 නෙමෙයි නේද පුතේ? E12. Sorry. E10 නෙමෙයි E12. එතකොට මේක G12. Next. I16 වලට දාන්නලු religion වලට වාඩි වුණ හැමෝම. Religion වලට වාඩි වුණ හැමෝම. So that is using count නේ. මේ marks තියෙනවනේ set එකටම. මේ කට්ටියව count කරලා I 16 to them manang harine. So that is how. I3 to I12. Now they're going to calculate the total number of students in the class. This is something important. To get the total number of students, what are the things that we have to count? Either these names or these numbers. Right? පුතේ count එක වැඩ කරන්නේ වචන වලට. එහෙනම් එක්ක අපිට count කරන්න වෙනවා C3 to C12 numbers කීයක් තියෙනවද කියලා. That's the student count. Or ඒක තේරුණා නේද? Either you have to, oh, sorry. Nothing. Have anything? Hold on. කොහෙද ගියානේ? දැන් count එක ගන්නවා නම් එක්ක අපි ගන්න ඕනේ C නේද තිබ්බේ? ඔව්. C3 to 12. Either that. Or the other option is you can count D. D has all the names. D count කරනවා නම් පුතේ. D count කරනවා නම් D3 to D12 දීලා count එක වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ 0 දෙයි. Because count can read only numbers. So if you want to count anything else, it's compulsory that you have to give count A. Count A for count all. තියෙන ඔක්කොම දේවල් count කරන්න කියන එක තමයි ඒකෙන් කියන්නේ. Okay? Now the last. Write the steps to find the total marks of other students by copying from J3. Peterගේ values ටික J3 වල තියෙනවනේ. මේක කොහොමද අනික් අයට copy කරන්න කියලා තමයි අහන්නේ. ඒකට පුතේ මතකද fill handle tool එක මේවැ යට පොඩි කොටුවක් වගේ කොටුවක් නෙමෙයි cross එකක් ආව. That's fill handle tool. හරි? fill ඒක අපි ලියන්න ඕනේ. ඒකෙන් අදින්නනේ තියෙන්නේ. Hold from the fill handle tool at the bottom right corner of J3 of cell J3 and drag. Now you have to be specific. Just කියන්න එපා පුතේ fill handle tool එකෙන් අදින්න කියලා. කොහේ තියෙන fill handle tool එකද? මොන cell එකේ තියෙන fill handle tool එකද? And up to which point or up to which cell are you dragging it? That you have to say. Sorry, up to J3 ඉඳලා J12 වෙනකම්. J12 and drop. That's how you have to write it. ඒක අන්න හරියටම ලියන්න. ඒක නම් අපි වෙලාවකට අපිට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට හම්බ වෙනවා දරුවෝ අරද්ද. Okay, do it soon. පුතේ තව question 3යි තියෙන්නේ. ඒක ලොකු දිග ප්‍රශ්න නෙමෙයි. ඒ නිසා අපි ඉඳලා ඉවරයක් කරමු. හොඳ?
Finish, miss.
Right, finish නේ. Okay, we are going to the next. අපි එනවා scratch questions වලට. Not scratch, really the programming and then scratch. Now this is to find the largest number out of two non-equal numbers, x and y. So they're asking us to fill in the blanks. So simple. Number 1 and 5, of course. 1 is start and 5 is end. Put the keywords we write in capitals. If third one is input y, for sure, second one should be input x. Agree? To be neither. ඊළඟ decision එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකේ no පැත්ත output y is larger. ඒ කියන්නේ yes පැත්ත output x is larger. That means we check whether, that means if x is greater than y කියලා නේද ඔය ටෙස්ට් කරනවා ඇත්තේ. ඒ නිසානේ පුතේ fourth point එක output x is larger කියලා එන්න ඕනේ. Agree? Simple. And we are going to the scratch of the same. මේකෙම scratch එක. හරි. Ask. මොකක්ද ask එක? Enter. There you can give a meaningful name. අර meaningful wording. අර enter x කිව්වොත් ඔක එන්නේ නැහැ නේද? Enter, I would say enter first number. ඒ එන answer එක extra sign කරනවා කොහොමද? ඒ ඉංග්‍රීසි එකක් නෑ. Number 2, enter second number. ඒකත් assign කරනවා white. අවුලන්නේ නෑ. third එකේ කවුද එහෙනම් එන්නේ? Answer. නේද? මේව නම් අම්මෝ අපි මාස ගණන් කළා. The answer that you are getting would be assigned to y. When x is greater than y, fourth one should say output x is larger. Copy and paste in. And for fifth output, y is larger.
Miss, should we say output here?
I even not needed neither. Have something meaningful, that's fine. Or like x is larger cannot bear the first number is larger. එයාලා දන්නේ first number කියලානේ. එහෙමනේ. First number is larger. Second number is larger. දැන් හරි නේද? Have something meaningful. There's no restriction for that. Coming to the last question. හරිනේ? Last question is a network. This is actually taken from a past paper. That asks what are the things need like to fill the network components. So of course, connecting to internet. A would be internet. A internet. Cloud එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ එයා internet. B internet to connect වෙන එකනා that is router. What is C? Connecting everything at one point. So C can be the switch. අතකයි නේද අර switch එකට ඇවිල්ලානේ connect උනේ. අපි PPT එකේ තිබුණේ. C can be the switch. D එක කොහොමද පේනවනේ දෙක side එකෙන් ටිකක් ලොකුවට තියෙනවා. That is server. F තුනක් තියෙනවනේ. So that is more of the personal computer. F කියන්නේ personal computer. එහෙනම් E කියන්නේ printer. මාරු කරන්න එපා. ඇයි දන්නවද? ඒකයි මං කිව්වේ F මුලින් තේරුව. Printers ගොඩකුයි එක PC එකකුයි තියනවා වෙන්න බෑනේ පුතේ නේද? It has to be many PCs and one printer. So that we will pick E for printer, while others are personal computer. So finally, that's all. We are done with the paper. So next week we'll be having the term test. And from February 1st week onwards, which means February 5th onwards, we are moving to grade 10 work. The same schedule would be continued, but would be 8 to 10, and we are moving to grade 10 work. That's all. So all good. Yeah, so since I have kept you for long, I will let you go soon. Get ready for the term test. Your school might, some schools might not have, but since you all have selected IT for O-levels, make sure you do it. You do the term test, and when schools start and they cover the syllabus and they go for term tests, we'll be moving to the new grade. එනිසා ඒ වැඩත් එක්ක shape එක අපි අලුත් grade එක manage කරගෙන යමු. Okay, so that's how it happens. Then we can wrap up here. I hope everything is clear. So get ready well and face the exams. All right, but then thank you for joining. We can wrap up the session now. Good night. See you on the last day at exam as our final day. Thanks a lot, Pate. Good night.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Miss. Good night,
Thank you, ma'am.
Miss.
Good night, Pate. Good night.